Hi guys, welcome back. It's Chrissy the Crystal Indigo, and I am here with a collective update reading. Now, for Divine Feminine, I really want you to let me know how this reading is resonating with you in your connection. Divine Feminine can also be male. The energies are interchangeable. But I did ask Spirit, Source, Divine God to help me understand what's happening within our collective. Like, what do we need to do to help move forward in a positive light, to dim down some of these heavy energies. Like, what is the advice Spirit has for us? Because as you feel, as of recently, the energy has gained momentum, not even just, when you walk outside or your daily life, but on the inside as well. A lot of the Divine Feminines may have been feeling a lot of sexual energy to the point where you had to calm yourself down as if you were feeling what your divine masculine is feeling, right? And so with this reading today, we're just getting insight on, what's happening within the collective, how we should move forward, and the advice from Spirit. Now, I did pull a spread for Divine Feminine and how you should move forward, what you really need to focus on, to help within the collective. So for the collective in general, if this really is resonating, like, share, comment, subscribe. You guys also do know that I have twin flame healing sessions available, and you can check the community tab post for the immediate amazing turnaround with my divine feminines. And that's why I like to post their testimonials, because you need to see for your own self, that this healing energy does work. Some of us here who are, put in place to become spiritual leaders or guiders or teachers, we've been given those gifts to help the collective. And it's not, a coincidence or by mistake. It's because we are, ascending, rising to the new age of Aquarius, and we're going to need all the help we can get. So don't be surprised if you to yourself realize you have different spiritual gifts that can help the collective as well. All right. And so before I dive into the reading, I just want to thank all of you, my spirit guides, source God, my ancestors and angels as well, for helping and supporting me on my journey. You guys do know I am a twin flame as well. I'm divine feminine, and I'm here for you guys. This isn't riding the bandwagon. And I know a lot of you guys can agree. If you had the choice to choose something else, you would. And for some of us in our soul contracts, that's just not the case. We keep being pulled back to our divine counterparts. There's more work to do. There's more work for us to do within the world, etc., etc. So I want to thank my new subscribers for joining the family, sending you guys lots of love and light. To all of my clients, my soul tribe members, sisters and brothers, love and light to you as well. If you guys would like to book a session, that information is below in the description box. And if you would like to head over to my website, www.chrissythecrystalindigo.com, or my Etsy shop, Chrissy Crystal Indigo, because a lot of you guys are starting your awakening process, for those of you who are new on the journey. And I would like for you to go over and check out the crystal packs, the herbs list, that can aid into helping you and supporting you with your spiritual gifts as well. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to email me. Also, if you would like to donate to the channel, you can. If not, no biggie. Subscribing to the channel is the same form as an energy exchange donation. Follow me on Instagram at Chrissy the Crystal Indigo is the same as the energy exchange donation as well. And it's so important because on my IG stories, I do post twin flame updates to help you guys understand, this week, these are the energies we're going to feel. Next week, these are energies we're going to feel. Specific message for divine feminine, specific message for divine masculine, and so on. So again, I am in my new space, still getting the office space part together, and I want to start doing sessions with you guys. Don't be afraid. Check out the services at my website or on my website. And let's get to work. It's all about people helping people, and we didn't meet by mistake. Okay, so I'm going to dive right into the reading for the collective. So for the first card out, we have the Emperor. Emperor is number 4. So you may have been seeing, a lot of 4s. And as I'm communicating this, the timer said 444. So with some of you in the collective, and you let me know how this resonates, with the Emperor, if they're in the light seer side, you may feel your divine masculine is an authority, power, a natural leader, structure, strategic, analytical thinking, taking action, promotion. If your divine masculine, and this could be for a different wave, is suffering a little bit or gone silent or, in different energy, then they might be in that shadow energy, and we need to help shift them out of that, which is unchecked power, being overly pragmatic and rigid, corruption, selfishness, defensiveness, a desire for control, being stubborn. And so if you feel that your divine masculine is resonating more with the shadow seer side, I want you to start using your love and light energy and calling on your spirit guides for support to help shift them out of that energy. Remember, some of you guys are alchemists, so you can change the narrative. You can change how things are at the moment. The next card out, we have the Seven of Cups, right? So we have the Seven of Cups here. And so with the Seven of Cups, it talks about choices, right? It's like, how do I decide? What do I do? And so your divine masculine, and maybe for the divine feminine as well, you're trying to figure it out. You're like, you know what? I don't know. Like, we've been down this road so many times, been around the block a few times, and I really just need that peace. I feel like with the divine feminine, every area in his or her life is really flourishing, but then it gets to that, pause button when it comes to this connection, right? And so if your divine counterpart is in the light seer side, it talks about fantasies, choices, wishful thinking, the allure of temptation on the path, needing to move forward without knowing the full picture, options, right? And so if your counterpart is on the shadow seer side, they're feeling blocked by indecision, fear of making the wrong choice, overwhelmed. And so I already know which one my divine counterpart is, where their energy is after, going through this spread so far. But again, if you are witnessing more of the shadow seer side with your divine counterpart, then again, transmute that energy, change that energy up, okay? The next card out, we have the Five of Wands, right? Five talks about changes, okay? So with the Five of Wands, if your divine counterpart is in the light seer side, we talked about competition, conflict, ambitious, challenge, being pushed by others to excel, brainstorming, mental jousting, adrenaline and aggression, surpassing limits, dynamic energy, leveling up, right? And if your divine counterpart is in the shadow seer side, now watch the energies. An opportunity to collaborate in group fighting or arguments, being overly competitive, not following the rules, a tendency to avoid conflict to your detriment. So with Five talking about changes, I feel like our overall goal here is to just transmute the energy. So when you feel those heavy energies, divine feminine, not all the time are those your energies. You're so connected and so close to your divine masculine that you pull their energies as well, right? And so what you want to do, and I know, we as divine feminines are tired of hearing this about keeping our vibrations high, but that is the key to keeping the energies balanced. And so when you're in that loving energy, when you are doing your purpose work, when you are doing your healing, when you are healing others, your divine masculine is being supported as well. So we have the overall energy here, which is the Four of Wands. And so the overall energy is talking about unions, talking about the divine purpose. It's talking about, why are we on this mission in the first place? And I just got chills when I said that. And with that energy, if, we look at the light seer side, it talks about celebration, prosperity, an important event or milestone, gathering of souls, kindred, stability in home and relationships, sometimes signifies marriage, right? And so we're all talking about this great awakening. We're all talking about, unions and what we're, called to do, what we're supposed to do with our mission, with our soul purpose. And, if you look at the shadow seer side, it talks about forgetting the importance of the simple things, getting caught up in drama, lack of harmony, feeling disconnected. And so as some of our divine counterparts go through those energies, right, trying to figure it out, trying to see, what is it that I need? What is it that I want? What is it that my soul is calling me to do? Regardless if they're communicating with you or not, everything always, circle back to you, because, you as divine feminine have been very very unconditionally loving to your divine counterpart. Whether you fought, whether you said words that you regret, doesn't matter. They still understand that, you know, through everything, you've been very unconditional loving to them, and you've always had their best interest at heart. And so, you know, that isn't going unnoticed at the heart level, at the soul level. They know that. And that's what's really getting to them. Like, you know, no matter how bad I treat this, you know, my divine counterpart, or how much, you know, I mess up, my divine counterpart really sees me as love, right? So the cards that wanted to show itself was just this card here. Two of Swords. Two talks about choices. So we have Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. And with this here, it's like, you know, this individual is blindfolded and can't see where, you know, he or she is being picked apart. Fears, worry, you know, not being able to see the big picture. And with the Two of Swords, it's just like, you know, you have to really get out of your head. Sometimes our mind it will lead us to the madness. We have to know how to transmute the energy, ask ourselves, is, you know, what I'm thinking, are these my thoughts? Are these my emotions? Does this, you know, belong to me? Right? And so when you feel that energy, you want to make sure, immediately you're asking your guides, like, where is this energy coming from? And when you get into stillness, when you quiet your mind, your answer comes like that. Okay, so we're going to dive into the Twin Flame Oracle deck by Mystic Moon. So for Divine Masculine, here we are. This card hasn't come out for a while for the Divine Masculine, but I feel with the eclipses and the full moon in Sagittarius and like all this energy happening within the cosmos, they're starting to realize they have some deep inner wounds from their childhood, you know, mainly responsible for how they act, for who they have been thus far. And so that's what they're working through. Like, I really need to break these cycles. I really need to be a better, a kind person. I really need to be receptive and open and allow my heart to be open, you know, when it's reciprocated to me. The next card out is Observer. So, you know, I feel like between now going forward, before 2021, a lot of the divine feminines are going to go into solitude, which is going to cause the divine masculine to be observing, like not really speaking, not really reaching out, but observing how the divine feminine is acting, how the divine feminine is moving within their life, how the divine feminine is even responding to them if they just, you know, happen to communicate. And so the divine masculine is being more in observer mode. The next card out is Contemplation. And so again, the divine masculine's mind is always around the clock, right? And so they've been thinking about this, like, you know, you are different from what they know. You're not the same as many others that they have dated. And so am I good enough? You know, will I meet, you know, my divine counterpart standard? Will I be able to accept my divine, you know, counterpart? For some of them, the fact that you have gifts scares the heebie-jeebies out of them, because immediately they're going to feel like you're going to do some kind of spell or anything on them. But they're starting to see that that's not it. That's just a part of your life path and purpose. That's a part of your mission. And they're starting to see like what you do is not bad at all. It's just who you are, who you've been, you know, it's your genetic makeup. And again, for a lot of them, they choose to ignore their gifts. They choose to ignore that side of them because they just don't want to dabble into that area. And that's up to divine spirit source God to, you know, take over and help them see that what's in them isn't bad at all. Like, this is a part of who you are. You are here to help change, you know, and rise up to the new age of Aquarius for the collective, as well as, you know, all human mankind, right? And so this is very, you know, important for the divine masculine. They're going back and forth from their hair. They're trying to figure it out. You know, a lot of you divine feminines have been connected to your divine masculine 3, 5, 7 years. 1, 3, 5, 7. Right? And so if that's you in that time frame, like, this is definitely your story. Recognition. Your divine counterpart is coming to the recognition. There's something different about this connection within the full moon. So within these last 3 days, your divine counterpart has come to the recognition, you know, my person is beautiful. My person is amazing. My person is very strong. My person is so unconditional, so heaven sent. And it bothers them. It haunts them that they treated you the way that they treated you. Okay. So let's dive into divine feminine. First card out, communication. And so whether it be from the cosmos, from your light codes and downloads, from your spiritual team, divine feminine is getting communication. And even in the 5D, communicating with his or her divine counterpart. And this communication is very important at this time. So make sure you write the information down. The next card out, balancing the scales. So equal reciprocity, equal give and take, balancing the scales, fair, love back and forth. This is the energy that's in divine feminine's heart, soul, mind, what the divine feminine is thinking about, because this is all divine feminine want. Look, I don't need you to be rich. I just need you to be fair. I need you to give back the same energy that I give, or even more. Let me know that I'm not the only one in this. Divine timing. So Spirit is saying, continue to go with the flow, continue to let love, be the surrounding energy of your heart, because everything is happening according to divine timing. And so I know all of us are like, a divine timing, like we've been hearing this for years. Just know that more than ever right now, as the energy gain momentum, we're getting closer and closer to what it is that we are being called to, our mission, our path, our purpose. And, a lot of you guys get out there, get your channel started, get your books written. There's so much, in store for us, and just keep your faith, keep holding on, be patient. And again, I told you, when I got my messages from Spirit, consistently got the message of there's going to be a shakeup within the world. And then also for myself to be patient with my divine masculine. I had to open my eyes on that. What? Be patient. Oh, hold up, back it up. Right? Because it's like, how much more do you want? What do you want from me? Like, I've been patient enough, right? So I feel you guys is paying 100% divine feminine. All right. So the last card out for divine feminine is tribe. And so a lot of the divine feminines are connecting with their soul sisters, their soul brothers, talking more about spirituality, really aligning things. I know for myself, I reached out to my soul sister, who I actually met on the channel. And I was so nervous, and I moved into my new space, and I knew my soul sister was close by. And for a week, Spirit just kept saying, call, 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 call. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so nervous, because even though I'm so open with you guys on the channel, you meet me in person, and I'm very guarded because of how my genetic makeup is, right? I'm like, who sent you? What do you want? But I did reach out to my soul sister, and it was the most beautiful feeling, like to actually be around somebody that gets you, that understands you, that is vibing on the same wavelength you're vibing on. And we cracked jokes, and we talked about our divine counterparts, and it's shared stories and things like that. And it just shows like we not only like are helping each other, on the channel and supporting each other, or look at each other as clients and teachers. We actually love unconditionally, each other. When you meet up in person, like, you my sister, like, you're my soul brother, and we're going to get through this. We got work to do. Right? And so that's why I tell all of you guys, introduce yourselves in the comment sections. Tell me where you're from, and then you'll never know. You'll start to connect with others, and you guys will be on your path and purpose, and have your support system as well. Because your family and your closest friends that you grew up with is not going to understand nothing you're talking about, especially when it comes to your twin flame counterpart. You guys can agree with me. They will tell you you should have left a long time ago, because they do not understand the connection, right? So we're going to dive into the messages of love, okay? Oracle spread. But first, we're going to do the overall message for the collective. Okay. So the overall message for the collective is solitude. And so that's what I was communicating about earlier. A lot of us are going to go into solitude. A lot of us are going to go into hermit mode, because it's like we have to pull that energy back from the divine masculine and really focus on what we're called to do, what we're being led to, right? Because if we're putting too much energy on divine masculine, we're not focused on where Spirit is having us focus. And so, you have to trust and believe, again, goes back to divine timing, that spirits, God, source, divine, your ancestors are going to help you through this. So don't, break down or get in that sad energy. I know it happens to me all the time. Or when you reach out to your divine counterpart and it's like you're communicating with yourself, you know, there are so many different things that I know you guys can relate to. But right now what's important, it's solitude. Your divine counterpart needs solitude to figure it all out. Remember, like when you guys met, it was that magnetic, you know, connection. I can attest to that. That connection they talk about, that spark, that sight. I didn't not only get that, I got a whole message inside my heart. So, you know, your divine counterpart, your energy, who you are as a spiritual being, frightens them sometimes, but at the same time allures them even closer. And so you have to allow them to be, you know, comfortable with your energy. Your energy is very strong, which leave them feeling, you know, lopsided when they leave you, because it's like, oh my God, this energy, like, why do I feel like this? You know, every time I go, I get this feeling inside, and this, you know, I just don't want to be feeling weird, you know? So this is very important, the solitude of the connection. The cards that wanted to show themselves, we have the answer is yes, winter, and fall. So we're in fall right now. The December 21st will be winter. So there's a lot of information coming for the collective. Again, it's very important that you guys check out the IG stories, that you check out the community tab posts, because that information, write it down. Like, you will understand, like, maybe depending on your wave, you might get those energies the week before or the week after. Okay. So with the messages of love, the first card out is past life love. Your soul remembers this intense connection. Warning, don't dismiss the red flags here. So with those triggers that pop up in your mind, or, you know, those different energies that you're feeling immediately, I do not move or go to work until I see or feel that my energy's good. If my energy's off, I'm not moving until I ground, shield, and, you know, transmute the energy. I can't go into an environment when I'm already lopsided before I got in. All right. The next card out is acceptance. Everything happens for a reason. So when you're not, you know, in connection with your divine counterpart, when you're not communicating, that rejection is for your protection. They need to do more healing. The next card out is apology. You can expect the apology you want. So a lot of us divine, you know, feminines have just taken our divine counterparts back as, you know, with that unconditional love energy. It never was said, I apologize for the way I treated you. I apologize for the way that I spoke to you. I apologize for putting you in third party, you know, situations. That never has come from the divine counterpart's mouth. I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to be honest and tell you it hasn't. And so they may have said it in a love language kind of way that you still may not understand. But what Spirit, Source, Divine God is communicating, you can expect the apology you want to hear. The next card out is integrity. Does this situation align with your values and morals? So if you know your divine counterpart isn't up to par, you got to call your divine counterpart out on that. And don't allow behavior that isn't of love and, you know, love and light. Look, you're wrong. Like, no, own it. Even though they don't want to hear it at their heart level, even if they don't communicate it to you, they know they have to check it, right? Mastery. You've learned the spiritual lesson. So for a lot of the divine feminines, they're figuring it out. It's love. It's unconditional love. It's focusing on your life path and purpose. It's, you know, focusing on your mission. And it's not so much about, oh, I'm longing for you because we need to get married. That's not what the twin flame connection is all about. Like, granted, that's the perks, but, you know, you have a mission to complete. You need to be asking Spirit, Source, Divine God, what's my mission? What's my purpose? Where are you calling me to? Right? And under that, we have second chance. This relationship deserves a second chance. Patience. Everything will unfold in divine timing. There's that divine timing card again. Twin flame. This is a divine counterpart connection. So who are we talking about today? The twin flame collective. It's a very tough journey. And like I said, I wouldn't wish this on anybody. I'm just being honest. Had me upside down like a vampire. Like, I wouldn't. But at the end of the day, if I have a mission, Spirit's calling me to do something, I'm going to answer the call. That's just what I have to do. I took that vocal oath. Okay, Moonology spread for Divine Masculine. First card out is, what do you need to release? Waning Moon. What do you need to release? For Divine Feminine, Don't let your past hold you back. South Node. So my North Node is in Leo. My South Node is in Aquarius. Find out what your South Node is in your natal chart. It looks like this. And this will help you understand, don't let your past hold you back. The next card out for Divine Feminine. This card has come out a lot. Nothing will come of this situation, void of a course moon. Nothing can happen yet because it hasn't happened yet. There's still things being worked out, still things being healed, still things being, from divine source God that needs to be negotiated. Like, you just got to let go and breathe. Overall energy for the collective. You are good enough. This has come out a lot as well. Full moon in Virgo. Remind yourself, no matter how your divine counterpart is treating you, you are good enough, right? That's that self-love energy. Bring love into the situation and allow things to unfold naturally. So in the Starseed Oracle deck, let's dive right in. For Divine Masculine, we have the blue flame. Spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. So a lot of them are getting their upgrades, their downloads, etc. Fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposite extremes of life. So Spirit, Source, Divine God is asking the Divine Masculine, for those who haven't surrendered yet, just surrender to the sweetness, leap, and the universe will catch you. I love that phrase because it's so important, okay? For Divine Feminine, star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. And so for this, what do you see? There's that Egyptian energy again. So a lot of us have had past lives in Egypt or, Isis. We were connected to Isis, however it resonates. And, this is when I talk about past life regression, Akashic records. Yes, those sessions are really heavy on me sometimes when I do them for you guys, but it's the most beautiful experience ever to see, and help you take a trip down memory lane of who you were, what gifts you had, whether you're a light worker or a star seed. Like, that's why that information is important. Why are you connected to your divine counterpart? And again, I don't do this type of work to get rich, right? Because not 1 cent of what I do within my life path and purpose went on buying my house, my condo, right? And so that's from hard work, that's from saving, that's from busting my tail. But did Spirit let me fall? No. Because guess what? If I need supplies for you guys, if I need to order a tarot deck for you guys, if I need to send a client a crystal or something and something isn't right with them in their energy, I can do that. Spirit, God, Source, Divine, make sure that you're taken care of when you answer the call, when you surrender, when you do what you're called to do. Right? It's not easy. It's courage. It's going to take a lot of courage because there's going to be a lot of people that don't connect with what you're communicating. And that's okay. They can connect with someone else, but only you know where you're being called to. Only you know what Spirit has for you because he's Spirit, Source, Divine is communicating that to you. We all are one. And so you'll get to that level where nothing anybody says about you will hurt your feelings. I've been out of the closet for 2 years now, right? Been on my awakening journey, started in 2018, met my divine counterpart in 2016, and it hasn't been the best. I'm gonna be honest, it hasn't. It's been a struggle, it's been hard, there's been many nights of tears, but there's also been lessons, there's also been growth, there's also have been abundance. Because as my divine counterpart heal and work through, the shadows and what needs to be healed, those energies and what I encounter with my divine counterpart pushes me to be stronger, pushes me on my life path and purpose, and allows me to know that regardless if I don't have anybody except my spiritual team, I will be fine, right? Next card out for Divine Feminine. Lifting the veil, questioning everything. Anything unaligned must go. So if you check out my Instagram page, right? And not Chrissy the Crystal Indigo, but there's only a couple of you who have my personal Instagram page. In my bio, it says, if it's not aligned, I do not have the time. And that's the energy that you have to get in. Don't get so caught up in, oh my God, if I leave my divine counterpart, my mission is aborted. Like it's not happening, like my goals is done. No, because as you lead, as you continue your growth, your divine masculine catches up. You don't have time to wait for someone's souls to catch up. You got to get in and get in the now. Overall energy. Star family. This is beautiful. You are a part of a team of souls, call in support. All right, beam me up, Scotty. Call in your support. So again, before you guys get done watching the video today, go into the comment sections. Hey, my name is this. I live in, this state. Who are my family? Who's here for me? Right? This is beautiful. Let's dive into work your spiritual gifts, your life path and purpose oracle cards. Okay. For divine masculine, teaching. You inspire young people to learn. So these are some of the gifts the divine masculine is working with. Family, loving your friends and family is central to your life purpose. Opening your heart chakra up, learning to love, be open, divine masculine. The next card out, books. You connect to your life purpose through your involvement with books. For divine feminine, heart's desires. The angels are supporting, guiding, and protecting you as your dreams become a reality. Like, share, comment, subscribe if that's you. Counseling. You heal with kind words, wise advice, and an empathetic ear. Travel. Your life purpose involves traveling. A lot of you guys are going to do this big. Go around seminars, having meetups, etc. It's going to be so beautiful for you guys. Oracle cards. You are able to discern answers and guidance for yourself and others. So a lot of you guys are oracle readers, tarot readers, however it resonates for you, or you're going to be doing that. Next card out, justice. Your career brings fairness and protection to others who need your help. Speaker. Your life purpose involves your skills of oration. And writing. You heal, inspire, and teach and entertain with the words you write. Overall energy for the collective. Options. Consider the career possibilities that are open to you. Right? And under that, we have sensitivity. You're becoming more sensitive, need to make changes accordingly. Again, that's where the crystal packs come in at, especially the chakra alignment pack and the protection pack. You're being, downloaded and upgraded with all of this spiritual information to where you can't even go into a coffee place anymore and not be gyrating all over the place. So when I speak of the crystals, that's to support and help you. Think about it like doing this life purpose work and mission, it takes a lot of time, right? And especially if you work, like if this is not just what I'm doing and I also have a job, it's like it's more of a demand. And it doesn't bother me. When it comes to this work, this is what lights me up. And so when I go out of my way and I get information for you guys, or I'm getting information from Spirit Source, Divine God, and I'm posting it for you guys and giving you the information, it's not like, oh, Chrissy's trying to make her mortgage this month. Because guess what? Chrissy's mortgage is already paid. My meaning behind it is to help you guys to understand, to get familiar so you can know, right? Once I guide you and get you on the right path, boom, keep lighting up the world. I don't even have to get a thank you because guess what? My work is done. I did what I was called to do. Some people will be in your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime, right? So when people come around in my energy, I'm like, okay, let's rock the universe on this. Let's rock with the universe on this. And then when my friends be like, oh, you don't feel no way that person don't come around anymore? No, because the purpose was served. I don't feel no way. They needed to be around me to understand what they needed to know, and they're on to their next location. Right? So this is beautiful. Now, for the last message, this is going to be specifically for the divine feminine. What do you need to do to help with your mission, your purpose, your gifts, etc., to help with your connection within the divine masculine and divine feminine? And I'm using the Star Temple Oracle spread or cards. So the first card out for you is Merope, 41, the Diamond Star, Destiny, It says, I focus on service and follow my higher purpose. So this is what Spirit is asking you to do. You focus on service and following your higher purpose, right? This is beautiful. I'll move my hand down there. Okay. Together, 29, the aquamarine star expression. I express my intuition with self-confidence and love. Spirit is asking you, don't dim your light. Don't be afraid of what people will think, feel. Don't do it. Express yourself. Be your true, authentic, genuine self. This is the advice. You can write this information down or put it in your notes in your phone, however, but remind yourself of these things. Next card out, Merope. 38, the falling star, shame. I no longer hide my face. I step into my light with love. What do you got to be ashamed for? You were specifically chosen. You're one of the 144,000 to change the world. Why are you hiding? You have nothing to fear. Be your true, beautiful, authentic self. Overall energy. We have Merope energy here again. 37, the priestess. Wow. Embody. I am an embodiment of the divine feminine. And who are we talking about today? Right here in this special segment, the divine feminine, right? It's beautiful. So all this information that was just channeled to you, that was pulled to you, pulled for you, is what you need to do to focus on moving forward. I know a lot of you feel, you know, when your divine masculine goes into hermit mode or don't speak, communicate, however, that they are gone forever, that they won't be back. Like, this is it. Like, I've lost them forever. How many times have you seen them after you've had a severe panic attack? Them just flow right back in as if nothing ever happened, right? Or you're magnetically drawn back to each other. So no, everything is happening in divine timing. You be patient. You move with love. You let go and let God. And again, I'll communicate to all of you. If you are in a twin flame connection, if you do have a divine counterpart, if you're divine feminine, you have a divine masculine, the twin flame healing session is simple. You send me a picture of yourself. Send me a picture of your divine masculine. You can do it with both of you guys or separate. And then I'll take it from there. I'll do my work from there. And again, this is to help remove the blockages in which the 5 clients, including two of my soul sisters, they were amazed. 1 is engaged. So that's 6. 1 is engaged, okay? And so, you know, I had to sit back and say, like, okay, like, Spirit, like, what's going on here? Like, what's up? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Because something ain't right. And so that's where I got the aha moment. As a divine feminine, you cannot heal your divine masculine. You can support, you can send love and light, and you can remove some of that heavy energy, but you can't heal them because it's like a conflict of interest, you know? Someone else has to heal your divine counterpart. And I cannot wait to meet the person that can heal mine, because I am looking, right? And so, again, head over to www.christythecrystalindigo.com. Check out the Twin Flame Healing Service. Check out the Akashic Record Service, Past Life Regression, Reiki, Crystal Healing. Remember, I'm in my space now, so I can do in-home, visits, in-office visits. If you are in the New York area, New Jersey area, Connecticut area, you can come down. My doors are open. But again, head over to the site, shop around, and I guarantee you'll be amazed, because I know finances are important, especially during this time. But when you go shop around and then you come back to my services, and you're going to be like, wow. Because it's not about the money for me. It's about the mission. It's about our purpose. It's about that end result. And what else? I mean, I really think having spiritual gifts are really cool. Don't you? All right. Sending you guys so much love and light. I'll talk to you soon.